Number 34, Martha, Big Country Webb.
This is Sam Brooks with CSA PrepStar Tennessee again. We got the main girl in here for DeKalb County, Martha Webb, and we're going to talk to her a little bit about CSA PrepStar and about her season. First of all, Martha, tell us a little bit about how your senior season's going. I know going into it you were a little nervous about having your senior season and having to play and it be your last season. I mean, when we talked first, that was one of the things I could see you're real concerned with. How's it gone so far?
It's going better than I expected. We lost a lot of people last year. We stepped it up this year. We're 13-9 right now. And we're one game from looking at our winning season for 2 years in a row. And,
First time in 20 years. A lot of excitement with the program since Coach Cope has come down. Tell us a little bit about Coach Cope and why he has been successful here.
Well, you know, he gets on us hard. You know, he pushes the best out of us, and he works us hard. And he knows what he's talking about. He knows the game of basketball.
Well, he does. I've known Coach Cope for a long time, and he really does. He really works at it. And the thing that I see that he brings to the table here, especially, is excitement. You know, before Coach Cope got here, I know that there wasn't a lot of excitement there. And since he's been here, you can just see it. You can. How do you think the academic side of it? I mean, being a 4.0 student, you definitely do what you're supposed to do in the classroom. How do you think that's helped you with this process and made you a more sellable student athlete for them?
Well, colleges really look at your grades, and you know, 4.0 looks good, and it's pretty hard to get it in high school for most places, but I just, you know, I hit the books pretty hard.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, and I think now you're reaping the rewards of all the work that you put in on it as far as that. Let's change gears a second. Let's talk a little bit about CSA PrepStar. I know you got involved with us a little under a year ago, going into this, actually a lot less than a year ago. But I think before we got with you, you didn't have very many contacts at all. Now Martha is a 4.0 student, very good student. Student athlete. She defines that. She's got a lot of attention from Division II, Division III schools out there. Matter of fact, a lot of attention. Before I came over here today and I knew we were going to do this, I looked and Martha's had over 50 coaches contact her all over the United States of America. From New York, we had some from New York, California, 2 schools, North Carolina, Georgia, Kentucky. Some of the schools, Maryville College, Greensboro College, Midway, Transylvania up in Kentucky, San Diego College in California, DePaul University up in Ohio, and many, many more. As I said, over 50 coaches. We're very proud of what we've been able to do with Martha, but the thing that sticks out with her is she is talented. She scored 1,000 points in her career just the other night. She played the #2 team in the state the other night, Livingston Academy, and she had 18 points in that game, a great game for her, which really says a lot. Tell us a little bit about, from your standpoint, when you got together with CSA, we got your profile on, we got it out, how things have gone from there.
Well, throughout the season, you know, I've got a lot of emails, and I've had a couple phone calls, and letters come in weekly and daily, and I've had a lot of contacts, and you know, there's a lot of options out there.
What advice would you give an up-and-coming young student athlete that we have out there viewing this, and maybe even their family? Let's say they can get involved with a PrepStar. I think you would probably recommend that. What other advice would you give them for an up-and-coming young athlete?
If you want to play college ball, go for it. I mean, there's tons of options out there. CSI helps a lot. You know, there's colleges out there just looking, and you just gotta, you know, get out there, get your name out there.
Exactly, and I tell them all the time, hey, if this ends up being something that you can't do in CSA PrepStar, then you got to do it yourself. You got to get you a resume, you got to get you a profile, you got to get you a video, and you got to get it out there if you're not lucky enough to be able to get involved with CSA PrepStar. All right, I'm going to ask you this. Can we get an early prediction on your schools that you're interested in and who's leading the way? Okay, if you don't want to say it, I understand, because I know where you're at right now. There's a lot of schools calling. But anything that stands out over anything else? Yeah.
Well, I really like Maryville, and you know, been talking to them for a little bit. It's pretty much top of my list right now, but I've had others, you know.
going up there to visit tomorrow, I think.
Yeah.
Good deal. Well, we definitely wish you luck, and we appreciate your time. You've been real good for us this first year at CSA PrepStar Tennessee, and real glad to have you there, and glad to have you today join us. Thanks.